featuring Maria Celia Laborde of Cuba in the blue judogi and Amandine Buchard of France in white.
And as we were talking, I was saying explosive Laborde, but to tell you the truth, Buchard also has a very explosive judo, so fire meeting fire, perhaps. You can see already Laborde going to town there with that Sayonage attempt.
It's not quite the best position for the off the other side Sayonage, because she never, that wasn't her intention, but for a moment there it looked as though she could come off the other side and still score.
You know, it's funny because she comes in, but then the rotation is really low, and it looks like it's not going to come around, and then boom, comes around.
Laborde lost out to the current world champion in the semi-final, Munkbat Uransetseng. We'll see her a little bit later on when she matches up against Yamagishi Emi of Japan.
That's going to be a big match.
Munkbat will be feeling a little bit better after her loss to Alessia Kuznetsova a couple of weeks ago in the opening event of the year as far as the judo calendar is concerned. Well, Paris seems to have suited her a little bit better than Tumen. She lost in a one-off match against Russia's Alessia Kuznetsova.
I liked how, even though Laborde was collapsing there, Buchard continued with that attack.
Laborde has managed to score in every contest, and usually a Wazari.
That's right.
Which just gives her that little bit of an edge. It just frees things up and puts a lot of pressure on her opponents.
Yeah, tossing in a Wazari in the first minute certainly takes the pressure off you, and you can take advantage of your opponent's mistakes. There she is. Good. She doesn't look really as crisp this afternoon as she looked earlier today.
Just the footwork a little bit.
I think that was a false attack.
Just the footwork a little bit slow, heavy.
Yeah. It wasn't a good attack, but it wasn't a false attack.
I didn't think it was a false attack, but...
No, I don't think we've seen much newaza from either one of these competitors. I mean, as a defensive move, but not as an offensive one.
Yeah. Well, just the single Shido against Laborde for that false attack a moment or so ago. See where the feet are. They're just way too far away from the target area.
That doesn't look attractive. That's a deserving Shido there. Just we're seeing this kind of sloppy attacks here from Laborde, but we're not seeing a lot from Buchard so far as offensive attacks.
I know. You know, at some stage, the French fighter will pick up her own passivity penalty if she's not careful.
That's about the third or fourth time that she's gotten that good deep grip, but she actually waits for Laborde to make the initial attack.
Laborde, when she missed that Sayonage effort, she wasn't in the right position to come up with any kind of Ashiwaza attack. That would have been a good time, but just too low down, too far away. Laborde coming under close scrutiny there. And on that particular occasion, the referee had a look at her ducking her head underneath, and then she picked a penalty up for having ducked her head underneath. 30 seconds left to go.
And it would appear, despite Buchard's general lack of offense, that she may take this match. Looks like she's got the Sankaku. More importantly, though, she's got the clock.
6 seconds isn't going to be long enough for Laborde to come up with a score. And it's Amandine Buchard of France who wins her country's first medal at this weekend's Paris Grand Slam. It's a bronze medal in the under 48 kilo category.
Well, good afternoon for Laborde. She worked hard, just came up a little bit short at the end, and it wasn't for lack of effort.
Bronze medal is in point for France, Amandine Buchard.